So my band, My Heart and Inverted Flame, my duo with Andee Connors that we've been doing for many years now and just released our first album finally. We've done a lot of variations of in the process of writing that album and writing a lot of material that's as of yet unreleased. And we write and record constantly. We're always writing and recording. We record almost every time we get together. And we're always trying new things and with varying degrees of success. And we're gonna try something tonight that should be interesting, and I wanted to document the process and see what it's like to watch it from the outside and hear what people have to say about it. You'll hear it. But part of it is almost like an instruction piece, and the instruction would be to do things incorrectly, to do layer upon layer that marginally lines up. And here is us in the studio recording that session. So that was Andee playing these fills layer upon layer. You'll notice he has headphones on, which is rare for us. Although we were playing together, we usually just play off each other. But on this one, we played to a click, and I'll show you in a minute why. But he was playing these fills and then doing another pass, playing fills over his previous fills. And we are layering these fills that are everywhere from very precision rock fills to these like bowling ball falling down a flight of stairs randomness fills. For most of those passes, I was playing along, but I made some mistakes and I have some ideas that I am going to fix and add to shortly. And so I know there's little as annoying as looking at someone's desktop, but here is the session, and like here's a pass. And here's another. And another. But the idea was recording all of these drums all at the same time, and I'm going to unmute them all and play. So again, it's all these fills and they're all kind of off, but all together-ish. Might be too many layers. Might be just a little bit too much. And then at the same time as all that, I was playing these layers of synths. So it's super early in the process. We just did the recording. We had the idea, recorded it. I just got to the studio here in what's called Crowbar Corner, which is the former boiler room for the historic Grand Theater on Mission Street in the Mission District of San Francisco. And I'm going to mess around with it and see what becomes of it. Could have been just an idea that was fun to do, and I'll mess around with the mix and do some, dense synth layers. But it might turn into something interesting, just like 5 layers of aggressive little pockets of drum activity with these sort of nasty overlays of synth. I think the whole thing is going to be kind of wrong, and that actually might result in something interesting. So one thing I got the idea to do is on my OP1, there is a tombola function. So I've got this sound. sort of a carpless strong sound, but if I put on the tombola and start it spinning and release a bunch of those hits into it, it actually becomes very random, and that could be an interesting layer. I'm going to add that. All the layers of synth that I did with Andee, I did on this synth, the Op6 from Korg that just came out. But again, I made some mistakes, so I want to don't know if you can even hear that. Gonna go in and patch some things in, and then I have some ideas of some sort of shoegazy thing I might put through some insane fuzz and reverb and just see if it needs, I don't know if it needs more layers, but I'm gonna try it out and see if it adds to it or if it just kind of muddies a very clean idea. So I'm now at the stage that's sort of the end of the first mix pass through. I've added all the layers that I can think of offhand. I have done a lot of EQing and compression on the drums. I've added this little vocal moment that I recorded 3 years ago with Hugo R.A. Paris in an abandoned shopping mall basement in Portland that I've been trying to figure out some place for it. And I think it really fit in this part. And so I'm just gonna play about a minute of it for you, and I'm gonna sit on it. And this is the part where I usually try to forget about it for a little bit and then listen again in a week or so, bounce it off of Andee, see if he has any thoughts, what's working, what's not, and tell me what you think.